Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 114 in Candy Crush Friends Saga. So here we have 30 moves to spread the 13 jam that are currently on the board to 119 squares. Now a standard Candy Crush board is a grid of 9 by 9, and that would be a total of 81 squares. If we have to fill 119, that means that we've got something down here that isn't showing yet. So let's fill this as quickly as we can so that we can see what's waiting for us below. I've got to fill the jam. This is a nice opportunity, and I need to take out barriers. So if I can do both at the same time, that's wonderful. And then, of course, anytime I can make some combos, that would be good. I could make a stripe here or a stripe here. Either one is good, but I'm actually going to go for this fish because I just felt like it was the most helpful. And look at this. It's opened a few things up. Now, I've got Tiffy as my helper. She's the recommended helper, and so far I think she's working out well. Look at this. I've got some fun stuff here. So if I collect 10 of the red, she gives me fish, and the fish can go to places we need them. These little cross-stitch areas here, I love these as barriers because they're fairly easy. If I can focus on just one of these and get it undone, it'll undo everything else that's connected to it. We've got two different areas here. These aren't connected, so we'll have to clear them separately. I don't know how to best use this, but I think waiting might be good. I also kind of want to use this together, but then it's going to blow up too much. So instead what I'm going to do is this. Make that stripe. And now if I use this, it doesn't hit this, which will explode this, and it doesn't hit this directly. This may still blow up. It may match with red. Anything could happen. But if I can hold on to it for a little bit longer, I think that would be best, because I've got to get through these barriers, and once I get through the barriers, that's when something like this can be the most helpful to me. Okay. I could put these together, and that's not a bad choice. I think it's time now for me to do this. It's going to open this up so all of these stitches will dissolve. It's going to hit this so it'll be close. It's going to send off fish, so the fish will probably take care of everything else, and it will hit this. And now that I've got a lot of this area opened up, this can have more impact for me. Yeah, that was really helpful. And now all these kind of little stray areas that are hard to reach, this is where the fish might come in handy most of all. So I'm going to use the ones way up high because these are the ones I'm going to lose, or at least not be able to see for a while once we charge down this way. I think I only have 3 or less. There we go, 3 spots that I needed to clear. I could have looked for other really spectacular things, but I felt I just needed to kind of get down to this area. Now I've got 19 moves to work down here. If I do this, I'm not really going to be spreading much jam. I'm going to do this instead to clear out blockers. Still not spreading jam, but still clearing out blockers. Still not spreading jam. This is a bit of a problem. But I do have this blocker problem too, so I'm okay. Okay, this is good. I'm spreading jam in 2 different ways. And now, here we go. This is getting better. I would love to see some of those specials that I had created up there come down. I thought I had some made, but I wasn't paying terrible attention to everything. So, let's see. I wonder if I do this, could I get a purple through here? Sending these off would take out blockers, but it wouldn't spread any jam. I think I'm going to go with the sure thing and make a stripe. Those experiments are for when I either have so many moves that I can risk it, or don't have very many moves and I have to be able to come up with a good play, so I have to take a risk in hopes for a nice reward. But this, I've got a medium amount of turns, and if I play them wisely, I should be able to complete this. I do like fish and fish together. Oh, look at this. I can clear out a lot of barriers. Now, unlike a licorice lock in Candy Crush, the original Candy Crush Saga, I can just dissolve these by striking next to them. So it's almost just like a double layer of licorice instead of a licorice lock. And I love that. That's fantastic. I could make a stripe here, but it would match this one. I could set off the stripe. I might do that. I've got so much going on. So many different opportunities. Sometimes what I do when it strikes me this way is I look at individual colors instead of trying to absorb the whole board. So if I look at the cyan blue, is there anything spectacular I could do? Well, I could make this stripe here. No, not really. I could take out that. So now I'll look at the red. Well, I have a lot of opportunities with the red. I could make a stripe that wouldn't really go anywhere. I could set this off. Do you know what? I'm going to do this because this stripe isn't positioned well. It would only clear this out, and this is already cleared and filled. So I'm going to do this and see where it lands. See where this takes me. I would have preferred the edges, but at least we got a lot of cascading that happened from that. And so now I look and I can see right away what I want to do. I'm just double checking to make sure I don't have anything spectacular. And if I don't, I'm going to not move these together because I want this to take this side out. So I'm going to put it this way and then I'll get the bonus of that fish. Now this wrapped candy isn't positioned well, but I can move it and it made more impact over on this side of the board. Gosh, 3 turns left and this one guy here that I have to get to. If I do this, then not only can I clear this out, but I've made a wrapped candy. And I didn't need it, but I had a lot of different opportunities. I made a wrapped, I made a fish, so I had several opportunities to try to reach into that corner. That was a bit tricky. That was actually my 3rd playthrough for recording purposes. So I already knew what this was going to look like. It was going to look very similar to the top portion, even though I was trying to pretend a bit like it was a new experience for me. I had played it before, and so I knew what types of things I needed to get done. Hopefully this information I've shared with you will help you to complete it more quickly than 3 turns. If this was helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below and I'll try to respond as quickly as I can. And as always, thanks for watching.